everyone! So today's video is going to be the mid-year book freakout tag. I wasn't planning on filming this today, but I have a lot of energy right now, so I might as well just film it while I have energy. Okay. I've never done this tag before. I'm very excited. So let's do it. So the first question for this tag is the best book you've read in 2020, and that is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. This was the first book I read in 2020, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I feel like it really set the tone for my reading year because I've been reading a lot of good books for the most part, and I really enjoyed this book. Y'all should read it if you have not already. Second question is the best sequel you've read in 2020 so far, and I'm kind of cheating, but it's my video, I can do whatever I want. So I have A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I read the first 3 books because I know they're coming out with more. I have not read the novella yet, but I've read the first 3 books in May, and I absolutely loved them, especially these 2. A Court of Thorns and Roses is good, but once you get to these 2, Court of Thorns and Roses is just not that. But these 2 books are that girl. I know everybody loves Akamath, but I really liked Akawar a lot, and I feel like that's kind of an unpopular opinion. I might like it more than Akamath. I haven't decided yet. I kind of want to do a reread already, even though I just read the books. Anyways, best sequels I've read in 2020. The third question is new release that you haven't read yet but want to. What's a new release that I haven't read? I don't read new releases. Oh my god. You can tell I did not plan this out. I was just like, let's film it right now. Is this a new release? You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogel? Because if it is, I'm gonna go with that. 2020. Okay. So for a new release that I want to read that I haven't read yet. No, wait. What's the question? Okay. New release you haven't read yet but want to. I'm going to go with You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogel. Yeah, it's a romance. That's all I care about. That's all I need. I think it's about a married couple. I think it's a second chance romance, which is what I'm kind of into right now. I'm kind of into second chance romances. So this is my response. This is my answer. So the fourth question is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. And fuck, what is the name of it? It's the Cinderella retelling thing. I forgot the name of it, but I will put a picture right here of the book. I have it pre-ordered. I'm super excited about it. The fifth question is biggest disappointment, and for biggest disappointment I'm gonna go with The Princess and the Fangirl by Ashley Poston. I just read this last week, and I loved Geekerella. I'm not sure if I would love it if I read it now, but I read it 2 years ago or something, and this just didn't hit it for me. It felt very insta-lovey, and I usually don't mind insta-love. I'm not an insta-love hater. I don't really mind it that much. But in this situation, it just didn't hit me, you know? It just I didn't feel it. So it was very disappointing, especially because I loved the first book so much. And then I got to this, and it has 2 relationships because it has 2 different perspectives. And neither of them really hit me that much. So I don't know. It was okay. Disappointing. So the 6th question is a biggest surprise of 2020, and I hate to be that bitch and bring up Sarah J. Maas again, but it's gonna be the ACOTAR series. I literally was not expecting to like this shit. I loved these books so much, and now I'm trashed. I know Mika is so happy that I loved these books as much as I do. But yeah, I was not expecting to love this, especially, I like how they're out of order, especially, Akamath and Akawar, because they're so big, and I just am so scared of big books. I usually DNF them, but very surprised, especially because I don't really read fantasy. I loved them a lot. I just realized my window's open, and my neighbors can probably hear me filming. I hate my life. Can you hear me? I'm scared. Question 7 is favorite new author. My favorite new author is Tessa Bailey. I have only read Fix Her Up, but I bought some more books from her and I'm very excited to read them. I loved Fix Her Up. I know a lot of people didn't like this book, but I don't give a fuck. I loved the smut. It was incredible. I love the dirty talk that Tessa Bailey writes. It's amazing. Favorite new author right here, Tessa Bailey. 8th question is newest fictional crush, and I hate to just fucking bring up Akamap again, but Rhys-San is a delectable man. I love Rhys-San, but since I've already mentioned Akamap fucking twice in this video already, I'm gonna talk about another person, and that is, what's his name? Simon from Well Met. I love a pirate man. Ugh, my god, he was so cute, and I just love a man that's mean to me, you know? Give me a man that's mean, and I will eat that shit up. But I love Simon. Question 9 is newest favorite character, and I feel like I don't really have an answer for that. That's not the ACOTAR series, but I did really like Stella and Michael and the Kiss Quotient. But if I'm gonna be honest, my favorite character is Moore from the ACOTAR series. I have a fat crush on her. Literally a fat crush on her. I love Moore. And yeah, I guess that's gonna be my newest favorite character. So question 10 is a book that made you cry, and again, I'm gonna bring up The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. This book made me cry. I was not expecting this book to make me cry, but boy did it make me cry my eyeballs out. I don't want to, it's a spoiler, I'm not gonna say why I cried, but it definitely made me cry. This is definitely one of my new favorite books, but it made me cry. Okay, question 11 is a book that made you happy, and I'm kind of cheating with one because this was a reread, but I was kind of going through it, and then I reread these, the first 2 books in this series, and I kind of felt a little better, and that is The Goddess Test by Amy Carter. I feel like back in the day I saw a lot of people haul this book, but I don't really know if anyone really read it, but I was gonna unhaul this, and a couple years ago, 2018 I think, I was gonna unhaul this, and then just randomly I decided to read it, and I kind of fell in love with it, and I read the whole series, and I decided to reread it because I was not in a good place, and I reread the series, and it just reminded me how much I love it. This is not my favorite. The second book is the best book out of the trilogy, but this is the book that started it all. I really like the series. If you have not read it and you don't mind cheesy 2012 like paranormal-ish romance, I would check this out. 12 is the most beautiful book you've bought this year. I showed this in my book haul, and I'm going to show it again because it is beautiful. And this is Poison Ivy, or Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy by Jody Hauser and Adriana Mello. Adriana Mello is the artist. Thank you, Adriana. Okay, this is the cover. Incredible, right? Very beautiful. But then you take the cover off, and it's just one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Poison Ivy on the front, Harley Quinn on the back. Every bisexual woman's dream. Right here. These 2 women. Beautiful. The last question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? And I have a few. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to talk about A Quarter Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. I know that I feel like this isn't as highly praised as the rest of the books in this series, but I'm still really excited to read it. I'm not very hard to please, so I will probably rate this highly compared to everyone else, but I'm very excited to get to this. I also have The Last Post by Renee Carlino. This is about a woman whose husband dies in a tragic accident, and it's basically her like healing, I guess. I guess she posts on his Facebook page every day, like reminiscing about their life, and then she meets a man. And yeah, I have a thing for women meeting new men after their husband dies. Like, what is it? One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid is literally my favorite Taylor Jenkins Reid book, and that's kind of a similar concept. So very interested in this. I also have The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas because I'm super behind on the hype train for this book, and I really want to get to it, hopefully very soon. And then I also have Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nyong. I'm never very excited about fantasy books, so when I am excited about it, I need to read them while I'm excited, because if I lose the excitement, I won't read them. Did that make sense? That was my second go of trying to explain it. I hope that made sense. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it, and leave a comment, subscribe, turn my post notifications on so you know when I post a video, and if you want to do this tag, you should do it. I tag you. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, which is where I'm most active, and I will see you guys next time.